Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 Manager 2022, not Football Manager, and another part of our Aston Martin career mode. Today we are back with the Canadian Grand Prix, one of my favourite Grand Prix of the season. We've had our ups and downs at this circuit, but I'm looking forward to hopefully putting that right today. Lewis Hamilton has taken the lead in the driver's standings after successfully making the strategy work last time, and safety car luck playing in his favour. But can we continue that trend today in this Grand Prix? Well, let's find out and get ourselves immersed into the action. It would be fantastic if you could hit the thumbs up button down below. 50 likes would really help keep kickstarting this series back underway. We're 75 episodes in now, 3/4 of a century of the way there, and of course we are in the midst of season 4, looking like we are going to win a third consecutive driver and constructors championship double. So without further ado, let's get ourselves immersed into the action. It would be absolutely amazing if you do leave that like. I know people do hate me asking, but it really does help more than you could ever know. So Hamilton's got himself a development point, as has Piastri. Piastri's starting to look very good, by the way. Staff-wise, Dirk de Beer has one, so let's pop it onto his drag reduction. Nothing else there. So that's all fine. Let's continue ourselves on towards the next weekend in Canada. It's going to be an absolute crackerjack of a Grand Prix, I think. Let's have a little look at our car parts development. Yeah, we can't do any more at the moment. We have got some research projects on the way. We have said we're not going to develop the car until we feel we need to, but we are going to research for next season, just because you know, we're not going to be at Aston Martin next season. If you haven't been around recently, we are going to take the opportunity to change teams next season and head to McLaren, more than likely, and try and turn their fortunes around. But for now, let's see if we can win the Canadian Grand Prix. So let's get into the action.
Formula One is back in Montreal. Let's hope it's not going to be Groundhog Day. The local rodents have disrupted more than one race day here in the past. The Canadian Grand Prix is ready to kick off, and the only drama on the tracks we want to see is the best drivers in the world battling it out for a place on that podium. Gilles Villeneuve is a quick, free-flowing circuit in parts, with a stop-start aspect thrown in for good measure around the chicanes and hairpin bends. Medium-speed downforce will play a large part in avoiding the wall of champions and ensuring success at this iconic track. The season is about halfway through, and it makes me wonder what else is in store for the teams. Well, there's only one way to find out. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Okie dokie then, I think we are ready and raring to go. Here we go then. It is practice 1. It's going to be raining on Friday and Saturday. That's interesting, because that leaves us open to exploitation on Sunday. So let's just double check strategy wise what's going to happen. So we are going to need some soft tyres by the looks of it, if we're going to be doing a two-stop strategy. One of our drivers will be, the other one will be doing a simple one-stop. So let's get ourselves into the action. Well, once again, the car looking fast, particularly Lewis Hamilton's Aston Martin car. Carlos Sainz a little bit behind, but 98% set of confidence. Again, that could well see him make it through. So let's simulate session 1, and we'll get on with the action in session 2. Let's see how they get on. Carlos Sainz quicker than his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Alpine looking very quick, along with Red Bull. Haas again looking strong, but going out in Q1 is Mick Schumacher, Daniel Ricciardo, Yuki Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, and Nicholas Latifi. So let's get ourselves into Q2, and as suspected, the rain has arrived, so that could make things very interesting. We're going to go and put ourselves some intermediate tyres on and see how session 2 goes. So let's get ourselves into it. No idea what's going to happen weather-wise. Let's just have a little look at this. What are we expecting weather-wise? I think we need to get out there now, basically, because
So rain is this time.
Because it is raining, and I think these are going to be the best track conditions that we have. So let's see how we get on then with our session. We'll hop on board with Carlos Sainz as he will take us through a lap of the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. And it could well be that the guys out there now are the pace setters. There's only 2.08 millimeters of rainfall on the track. And it is going to get worse, you would imagine. So, Carlos Sainz comes through the first sector, purple. Hamilton beats that. You can see it is dropping down. This is probably going to be the best conditions. If you look at the forecast, it is going to get slightly worse before the next guys manage to finish their lap. So, through the middle sector, Sainz is going to go purple. Is Hamilton going to follow through? Yes, he is. Hamilton goes purple in that middle sector. So, it looks like Hamilton very slightly quicker than his teammate Carlos Sainz. We're looking at about a tenth of a second at the moment. Hamilton better than Carlos Sainz. Here comes Carlos Sainz then through the final chicane. He's going to come up to the line, and Carlos Sainz is going to be the pace setter. It's going to be in the 1 minute 16.4s. Hamilton comes through and he goes slightly quicker, nearly a tenth of a second quicker. 3 purple sectors there, and that is very, very good. Russell goes third. I think, is it Zhou Guan Yu? Yep, Zhou Guan Yu coming through now, and he goes up to third. He beats George Russell. And is it... it's Max Verstappen, I believe. Yep, so here comes Max Verstappen up to the line. What can he manage? Oh, he's just starting his lap time now. What about Gasly? He's starting his lap. The Alfa Romeo of Giovinazzi is starting his as well. Right, let's zoom it forward. Well, maybe the weather forecast not quite as good as we thought. Verstappen goes quickest. Gasly comes through. He goes P4. Giovinazzi's going to be next. He's going to go up to the line. He's going to go P7, but we think the conditions are going to get worse. So Giovinazzi comes up to the line. He'll go 7th, 1.3 off the pace, but I don't think anybody else out there will manage to improve. Here comes Esteban Ocon. This will be a big telltale sign. Where's Esteban Ocon going to finish here? He's coming up to the line now, and that is 8th. So there you go. The track is getting worse, and basically this is the best conditions we're going to get. So Albon comes over the line. He goes 9th, and well, the 2 Ferraris managed to go quicker. Bottas goes quicker, but I don't think we're going to see any improvements. You can see lots and lots of rainfall on the track now. Norris has somehow managed to get into the top 10. Both Alpines look like they're going to be out, so this is absolutely massive. The Alpines have really messed up here. And, well, everybody going out again, but we're not really expecting anything to change.
Hold on, no session.
So checkered flag is out, everybody coming through, but no improvements to be found. And there it is then. That is Q2 over, and, well, 4 big shocks going out in Q2. Bottas, Leclerc, Vettel, and Kevin Magnussen. Right then, into the final session, and it looks like we're back to dry conditions. Let's just double check that. We're going to get to see? I don't think so. Okay, right. Soft tyres it is then. Let's see where we're at. It has dried up quite significantly. And there is going to be a bit of rain coming very soon. So let's get out there. Nice and quick.
Okay, that's is the end of the rain.
We're expecting rain to drop very, very soon. So Carlos Sainz is going to be on probably the driest track. So Sainz is going to get the best chance here, as we are expecting the rain to fall imminently. It should be a virtually guaranteed 1-2, you would think. So here we go then. Carlos Sainz is starting his lap. You can see how dark it is. But Carlos Sainz starts his pole position run. Lewis Hamilton not far behind. So here we go then. Carlos Sainz coming through this first sector. And what's that going to be? It is a purple time, but is Hamilton going to go quicker? Yes, he is. Hamilton goes slightly quicker in the first sector. We're talking 0.003 of a second. The rain still hasn't started. So this is pretty big. Here comes Sainz through the middle sector. 21.854. Hamilton coming through now. 21.859. So by 0.002 of a second, Carlos Sainz is ahead at the moment. Carlos Sainz now is going to come up to the line, but there's a car in the way here. Is that a McLaren? I can't quite tell what type of car it is. But coming up to the line, Carlos Sainz, he goes quickest at 1:10.9. Hamilton comes up to the line. He goes quickest with a 1:10.9. And wow, 0.003 of a second quicker. It was a Red Bull, and it was the Red Bull of Max Verstappen, of all people. That caused the issue there. Now then, I don't think anyone's really going to get near that, other than potentially Max Verstappen.
Just for rain in the
and rain has started. So there you go. That is going to be your lot. Max Verstappen went third. Perez fourth. Looking at times out there. Russell. And what about Norris? Norris is going to come over the line. Norris is going to go fifth. And that's going to be your best, I think. Russell's coming through now. Russell. What about Gasly? No, Russell's the next best. Russell's going to finish his lap. And he's going to go sixth. So here he comes then. George Russell up to the line. He's going to go P6. Who's next? I think Gasly and then Zhou Guanyu. So Gasly's just starting his lap by the looks of it. So it's going to be Zhou Guanyu that goes 7th. This is probably the best the track is going to be, although having said that, they might actually be quicker on intermediate tyres towards the end. So Zhou Guanyu goes 7th. Yeah, nobody's going to be slower than that. But, well, Giovinazzi's going to come over the line. He's going to be 8th. But as I say, I think they'll be quicker on the intermediate tyres than that. And wow, he was just starting a lap as well. So Ocon coming through, he goes 8th, 24 seconds off the pace. Gasly coming through now, 25 seconds off the pace, and Giovinazzi comes through 26 seconds off the pace. Well, they will go out on intermediate tyres very shortly. You would perhaps think that those guys will go a bit quicker, the bottom 4 there. But other than that, I think the top 6 is pretty nailed on. Russell might go a little bit quicker, but Yeah, we'll see. Rain is stopping. So this is very interesting. Ocon is out there. I don't think Norris is going to improve, so Norris is going to...
Okay, that is the end of the session.
Yeah, Norris has 2 yellows. Zhou Guan Yu as well. So Norris is going to be up to the line first. What sort of time is he going to put in? Norris comes over the line, and it's a 1:15.8. Not good enough. 15.7 puts Ocon 6th. Russell comes over the line, doesn't manage it. Zhou actually beats Ocon. Wow. Gasly now coming up to the line. What's he going to manage? As Giovinazzi goes above him, Gasly comes and he goes above Giovinazzi. So there is your top 10. A very interesting top 10, you would have to say. Yeah, I mean, you know, top 4, not that surprising. But then again, Ferrari have been pretty slow this season in general. So Perez starting 4th, but the top 3, as you'd expect.
It's race day, with the teams and drivers ready and raring to go.
There was some astonishing work from Aston Martin during qualifying, and their drivers are now poised to have a very strong race start. This weekend, Red Bull displayed real promise during qualifying, but will they fulfill that potential by the time they reach the checkered flag? And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
And each team will be hoping that fortune is on their side. So bon chance to them and their drivers for this Canadian Grand Prix.
Okay then, time for the race. Obviously, Lewis Hamilton starting on pole position. Let's have a little look at expected strategies again. So, it looks like the medium hard and soft hard, it's looking very much like softs and mediums are much of a muchness around here. If we look at those, you can sort of see that it's going to potentially be a little bit quicker to do a 2-stop today, but you know, to go with our sort of trend of the last few races, well, we'll do a 1-stop with the guy in pole position, and the guy in second we will go for a 2-stop, just to split it up a little bit. I do think potentially going a little bit further into the race and perhaps being a little bit more aggressive towards the end will be the way to do that. So that's what we'll do. Okay, right then. So Sainz will go for that. And Lewis Hamilton will start on the soft tyres. Let's add in a little bit more fuel. And have him deploying from the start. Now what's going to be crucial for Lewis is getting on to... getting away from Carlos Sainz and getting out of the DRS zone. Or DRS window. So let's get ourselves into the race.
As the sun continues to shine, it seems like nothing can dampen the mood of excitement here at the track. And here we've got Lewis Hamilton. They're in pole position, and they've got to be happy about that. And further back, there's Sainz. After an impressive qualifying performance, they're starting today just behind pole. Will their hard work pay off today?
Here we go then.
This is it. We're moments away now at the Canadian Grand Prix. It's
Lights out, away we go. And it's Lewis Hamilton off the grid. Well, Carlos Sainz following in second, but Max Verstappen goes down the inside and potentially will take second position of Carlos Sainz, but it's Lewis Hamilton that gets away very, very well. Carlos Sainz is in second position. Verstappen is in third, then Perez, followed by Norris and Zhou Guanyu. Ocon 7th, Russell 8th, Giovinazzi in 9th with Gasly in P10. Great start for the two Aston Martin boys. And Lewis Hamilton desperately trying to get away here on those soft tyres. Trying to get out of that 1 second window. Both of them trying to get out of that 1 second window to Max Verstappen. And that has been succeeded. Let's have a little look at tyre choices. It looks like pretty much a 60-40 split. We've got, what, 8 drivers on soft tyres. And then we've got 12 drivers on the mediums. So Lewis Hamilton leading the way, followed by Carlos Sainz in second. Max Verstappen is in third.
Have a lift off.
We're going to allow Lewis to get out of that 1 second window. And then we'll settle them down into this Grand Prix. And there we go.
Increase the lifting coast just a little.
Okay. Try and keep them on balanced for now. We don't want to use up too much of our fuel reserves. There we go, Lewis out of that 1 second window now. But we are comfortably building that gap to Max Verstappen behind. 2.1 seconds already is the gap. And of course, Lewis on the soft tyres, so you'd expect him to build a little bit of a gap in this first stint. And he will be coming in on lap 24, I think. So still a long, long way from his pit window. But 1.2 seconds ahead at the present time. Carlos Sainz in second there. And he's actually going to be pitting earlier than Lewis Hamilton, which is quite interesting.
DRS enabled.
And of course, as they get towards the end of their stint, Carlos will have a little bit more in the bank in terms of tyres, but we might as well zoom it on a little bit here, because it looks like our two guys are going to be pushing on and building that lead to Max Verstappen behind. It looks like Norris is up into third now. And then Norris not far behind Carlos Sainz here. He is actually within a second, so we might have to up the ante a little bit.
We do not require any fuel lift-off.
With both drivers, just for a couple of laps, because they've sort of slungshot themselves towards Carlos. And Lando Norris in third. Very, very good stuff for McLaren. Even though that car has no real performance right of being up there in third position, Norris managing to stay close to Carlos Sainz. And is actually closing in here. No doubt about that. As Lando, I believe, on the soft tyres, yes. And on brand new soft tyres as well, so interesting to keep an eye on. Yeah, trying to push on a little bit, use a little bit of our fuel. That's all good, so out of the 1 second window now. Ocon up into third. And again, I think Norris is going to get through and slingshots his way up towards the back of Carlos Sainz. Look at this. Within half a second of the Spaniard, and he's under pressure now. So Lando Norris now has DRS on Carlos Sainz, and he closes right in on him. And he might even have a little look for second place there. Carlos definitely needs to pull away from Lando Norris sooner rather than later. 3.2 behind his teammate Lewis Hamilton. So here we go then on lap 7 of this Grand Prix. Lando Norris with the DRS. Looks like he's about to take second place in this Grand Prix. Sainz comes over to defend, doing a decent job of that. Into the final chicane then, and past the wall of champions, and Lando Norris still chasing, still doing a good job. We're going to be a bit more aggressive with Carlos Sainz, try and get him away from Lando.
Last lap was a purple lap.
Well, there goes Lando Norris round the outside. And he is through. Well, well, well. And we've pulled Norris forward out of the DRS range of Sergio Perez. And starting to pull him towards Lewis Hamilton. Here comes Norris again. I'm going to have to watch it.
Update on liftoff. We do require fuel
Push
liftoff.
a little bit more.
Copy that.
But Norris sticking with us at the moment. Yeah, Lewis Hamilton, I think, just chilling out in front, 2 seconds ahead. But there goes Lando Norris. He is through on Carlos Sainz. He's going to have a second dose of DRS. And now he's going to start pulling in towards Lewis Hamilton. So Lewis Hamilton leading the way. But Lando Norris is in second. It's now more than a second ahead of Carlos Sainz. And this is working out beautifully for Lando. In this race so far. I think.
Back it out.
Let's try and back off. It's a very strange situation, really. So let's push it on. Sainz manages to get back past, but now almost within a second of Lewis Hamilton, and
have just gained a race position.
He's going to pull Lando Norris towards Lewis. And this could be the moment because Norris is going to have DRS. So here comes Lando Norris, and he makes a move back into second position. He's 1.1 behind Lewis Hamilton. So big question is, do we now push with Lewis?
With a great overtake.
Or do we sort of just let whatever happen happen? Carlos Sainz probably does have a little bit of creative license in terms of his strategy. Could come in a little bit earlier, which I think would leave Lando Norris very much exposed. So I'm actually going to do that. We're going to attack with Carlos Sainz. We're going to bring him in very, very shortly.
Come on, mate.
More aggressive with Lewis. We're going to try and get him
And we'll push.
Understood.
ahead of Carlos. Once Carlos is
Just bring your tyre temperatures
more than
back
a
up
second
to
ahead
top.
of Lando Norris, that'll really help. And I think he's just about done it. Very good. Right, let's go standard then with Lewis. Back to plan A for Carlos then.
Just look after this tyre set though. Look after it.
And now we should be able to push on. Lando Norris, I don't think we'll be able to stay with Carlos Sainz now. But fingers crossed Norris will be able to stay in third. That would be an awesome result for McLaren. Zhou Guanyu in 7th at the moment. Giovinazzi in the top 10 as well. It's a very, very interesting race so far. And our boys not managing to pull out big gaps, but it will be reasonably soon that we start to ask Carlos Sainz to push a little bit more. Because he's going to be coming into the pits first, remember. Lewis Hamilton trying to make the one-stop work. Slow and steady wins the race. Or at least Lewis hopes that's the case. But the double DRS zone is really hurting those guys that are, you know, just over a second ahead of the person behind. So Norris has been slowly caught by George Russell and Esteban Ocon. He's just about hanging on for now. By the way, Bottas up to 9th now. I think Carlos Sainz is going to start being aggressive. We're going to do the same with Lewis as well.
Everything you've got.
Copy.
So Hamilton enters his pit window as well. Okay then. Let's keep an eye on Carlos Sainz. Lando Norris seems to have weathered the storm a little bit with Ocon and Russell behind. So it'll be next lap that Carlos Sainz comes in. So here we go. Carlos Sainz is coming in this lap. He's going to put the hard tyres on. We'll drop him back down to standard. Balanced. We're going to do the same with Lewis as well. Where is Sainz going to come out? That's the big question here. So here comes Carlos Sainz. He's into the pit lane. Pitting from 2nd place.
Understood.
And of course, he's 2 stopping today. So putting on the hard tyres, which could take him all the way to the end. That's at least what we're hoping with Lewis Hamilton. But everybody else seems to have come in as well. It very much seems to be the pit stop lap. Sainz gets himself away and comes out just behind Charles Leclerc on track. Lewis Hamilton still pushing hard. Doing a good job. He's going to come in this lap as well. Of course, he was 3 seconds up the road from Carlos Sainz. So, Lewis Hamilton is going to be coming into the pit lane on lap 26 of this Grand Prix. Decent couple of laps for Lewis. And now comes into the pit lane. And where's he going to come back out? He'd love to come out in front of Valtteri Bottas. Keep an eye on Sainz. He's still DRSing as those two come in. So, Carlos Sainz is coming past. Is he going to undercut Lewis? I don't think so. No, not quite. So Lewis Hamilton still in the lead of this Grand Prix.
Bottas is in pit lane.
About 2 seconds ahead of his teammate. And both on the hard tyres, of course. But again, Carlos Sainz will get the chance to push on those hard tyres a little bit later into the stint. He's got 29 laps on them. Lewis Hamilton going to the end of the Grand Prix, of course, on those hard tyres. They're going to be pretty rough by the end of the race, but he should be okay. And, well, now 8 seconds ahead of Lando Norris in third. Zhou Guanyu has got himself up to fourth. We've got Russell battling with him here. George Russell with DRS. Potentially, very, very shortly, is going to have a little look. Giovinazzi is up in 6th place. We've got the 2 Red Bulls behind in Max Verstappen and Esteban Ocon. And then Perez is in 9th with Ricciardo all the way up to 10th place. If we look at who's been into the pits, everybody has stopped at least once. Very, very interesting. Right. Okay, let's push it on now. A few laps and, well, yeah, 1.2 seconds ahead. And on these hard tyres, we feel we should be able to push to the max. Everybody on hard tyres, I think most people are going to be going for one stoppers today. So, don't be surprised if we get caught out by that. Well, there we go. 1.6 seconds now. The gap. And so quite amazing, really, how much it's changing. We got Russell in 3rd place with Zhou Guanyu as well. Oh, and we've got multiple cars crashed. It is potentially going to be a safety car. I don't know who it is. Oh, please don't say no. It's not Zhou Guanyu. Who has crashed? Let's try and work out what's gone on here. It's not Leclerc. It's not. Oh, it could be Gasly. Yeah, no, look at this. So Gasly, Mick Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel, are any of them out of the race? That's the question. I don't know. Yep, safety car is out. Right. Now then. Don't think it's going to make much difference, but it is going to bring everybody closer together again. So safety car is out. We'll try and get a sight of that crash.
Safety car, safety car.
Here's the replay. Taking a look again, it involves Sebastian Vettel.
And so Sebastian Vettel was there. Vettel locks up. Oh, and that's a huge crash.
there's chaos on the track.
So I think Mick Schumacher locked up as well. So Gasly and Vettel are out. Mick Schumacher is still continuing.
There's been a crash. Sounds like a single car.
Looks like quite a big accident, yeah.
But
Could be.
it will bring everybody closer together. It looked like we were going to stroll towards a lovely 1-2, but now might struggle. To do it quite as easily. ERS fully charged for both drivers. Good to see. We're going to have safety car in this lap. Looks like it.
So safety car will be in this lap. Safety car is in this lap. And next cushion.
Let's deploy the ERS. See if we can get away.
Okay, safety car is in pit entry. Copy. We do not require any fuel liftoff. Okay.
So we're about to get underway once again here. So Lewis Hamilton bolts, and we've got Carlos Sainz following it in second place. Zhou Guanyu and George Russell side by side, potentially into turn one here. But Zhou Guanyu manages to hold him off, but Russell still on that inside line. And finally, Russell makes the move up into third place, but Zhou Guanyu still battling. Let's have a little look at that side-by-side battle. Zhou Guanyu looks like he's about to go back past here because he's going to go down the inside. But Russell holds on for now. And Russell now takes the final podium spot, but Guanyu is coming back at him. As Carlos Sainz having a little look at his teammate Lewis Hamilton. And now Lando Norris getting involved as well. Lando Norris up to fourth. Excellent racecraft. That was quite sensational. As Carlos Sainz, well, I don't know what just happened to him, but Lewis Hamilton is now a second ahead, and George Russell all over the back of Carlos Sainz. Wow. What a restart. And Lewis Hamilton, well, he has managed to get ahead. 1.5 seconds ahead, and that's a new fastest lap as well.
Understood.
So a 1:15.2. Carlos Sainz needs to get more than a second ahead of George Russell as well before DRS becomes active once again. Very, very good from both drivers. Now then, more than a second ahead of Russell. And what we don't want to happen is the slingshot, which is what we've seen last time, of course, with Norris. So, time to zoom it through a little bit. Let's see if we can.
DRS has been enabled.
If we can keep ahead. Sainz is going to have to push on at some point. We did have yellow flags briefly there. And it was Kevin Magnussen locking up. And Zhou Guanyu, meanwhile, back up into third. Pardon me. But Lewis Hamilton leading the way. Carlos Sainz 12 laps off, making it to
And that's the lockup.
the pit stop. Lewis Hamilton, of course, not pitting again. But we're doing well to maintain that gap. Time to properly zoom it on now. But very interesting top 10. Both Alfa Romeos in the top 10 at the moment. And Charles Leclerc, of all people, is the one that's really, really struggling. How far off are we? 5 laps. I think we need to start being a little bit more aggressive with Carlos Sainz. If he's going to make this strategy work,
Come on, mate.
he's now going to have to attack. Which makes Lewis vulnerable, but he has got one less stop. So let's see if we're going to have a battle for the lead here. It's quite amazing because we've not actually had an overtake for the lead in this Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton has led from the start. Now getting within DRS range. And all of a sudden Carlos Sainz is going to have DRS here, and this could be the first overtake for the lead in this Grand Prix. So here he comes then. He's going to pull to the outside. And Carlos Sainz takes the lead, but they're going side by side. Oh, he nearly shoved his teammate into the wall of champions there. That was quite amazing. New fastest lap for Carlos Sainz.
I'll let you know if the situation changes.
And we're probably not going to see Lewis get anywhere near that realistically in this race, because Carlos is going to be on the soft tyres very soon. Can Carlos get more than a second ahead? That's going to be his big objective. Let's try and push on from here. Still about 5 laps away from his pit stop. It looks like Lewis may well retake the lead here. So let's see, Lewis with DRS. Is Lewis going to be able to get straight back past Carlos here? No, not quite. We have got people in the pits, so we have got some two-stoppers out there. Likes of Ricciardo, he's down to 16th now. Yeah, Hamilton with DRS again. This could be the chance for Lewis. He's going to stay right behind over the curbs. Here we go. And I think Lewis is going to get past this time, is he? He's going to pull to the inside. He has a little look. And he does. Oh, they almost touch. They almost touch. But Sainz still ahead. Yeah, Hamilton back through. Carlos not really managing to make it stick. Now, onto the optimal lap. We'll be coming in this lap, putting on a brand new set of soft tyres.
So, box and pit confirm.
And where is he going to come back out? That's a big question. And we are going to try and attack on those soft tyres all the way to the end. And it should be, hopefully, an exciting conclusion. 10 laps to go. Of course, Sainz is going to have to try and make up around about 20 seconds on Lewis Hamilton. Let's see if they've got it.
And think about less lift and coast.
Yep.
So here we go then. Carlos Sainz is going to be coming in for his second pit stop. And Lewis Hamilton continues on in the lead of this Grand Prix. Where is Sainz going to come back out? Doesn't want to have too many places to have to make up. Comes back out in 7th place. Now let's see how quick he's going to be on these soft tyres. I think he's going to be absolutely rapido. So how quickly can he catch up to the back of those? If you look at his gap to the leader, only actually 15 seconds is what he has to make up here. So Lewis Hamilton out front, controlling the pace. No doubt he is favourite for this Grand Prix. Carlos Sainz is just absolutely going for it. He's going to definitely purple the middle sector and final sector. There you go, purples the middle. He's already made nearly 2 seconds up on the car in front. Now, of course, these tyres won't last forever, but it should set up an exciting conclusion here. So Sainz pushing on now. It's going to be another, yeah. Well, it wasn't actually a purple final sector, I guess, because he didn't have DRS. But you can see through the corners, he's just making up an absolutely ridiculous amount of time. If you look at gap to the leader, he's already made 2.5 seconds up. And this is going to be very, very close come the end of the Grand Prix, of course. It'll be law of diminishing returns. As he gets closer, his tyres are actually going to be worse off. And how quickly is he going to be able to get through these guys? That's a big question. Let's hop on board with him. Let's deploy his ERS. He doesn't have DRS yet, so there's kind of no point deploying the ERS until that's the case. This is going to be an absolutely stonking fastest lap. He comes over the line.
Look like a clean lap
that's
there
ridiculous.
as well,
that's going to be in the 12s, I think.
Copy.
Oh, 13.2. Wow. It's a massive fastest lap. Right, let's see how he gets on in this first DRS zone. Giovinazzi up in 5th place. That is ridiculously good. So here we go. Is he going to be able to make a move with his fresher tyres? Nope, doesn't manage it yet. This is what's going to slow him down in his fight with Lewis. And this is where the safety car has really changed it, because I think without the safety car, he would have obviously been well in front of this battle. He's out of ERS, that's not good. But he should be able to make it past Ocon here, although he's trying but not succeeding. And not quite happening for Carlos, and he really cannot afford to finish 7th in this race from a driver's standings point of view. So he's going to have to make something happen. He's going to have a little look around the outside here of Esteban Ocon, and that's a beautiful manoeuvre. That was awesome. What a move.
Yeah, you're past. You're through.
Now, perhaps going to have a look down the inside of Giovinazzi. Not quite yet.
They've moved up a place.
Meanwhile, Giovinazzi all the way down in 12th position now. That's a big shame. And here we go again with a potential chance with the DRS. Is he going to brake later? He does, and he flies around the outside of Giovinazzi. So here he goes then.
It's a good stint so far.
And that's Giovinazzi through. on not only him, but also Lando Norris, and he is very annoyed about that. Understandably.
A position gained for Alfa Romeo.
And we've still got 7 laps to go here. 10.7 is the lead. He's going to go down the inside of Norris. Doesn't quite manage it. He's starting to get frustrated. DRS enabled. But yeah, now Giovinazzi is going to be very, very vulnerable. So here we go then, Carlos Sainz. Doesn't look like he's doing anything here. Flicks to the inside, but unless he goes for a big move down the inside, it's not going to work. He is trying, bless him. He really is trying. Oh, a little look down the inside there. Oh, Norris is trying to make it past. Oh, that would have been a great chance had he made that stick. He might make it stick here, though. No, he's stuck. He's stuck in 6th place here. Finally, he gets past Giovinazzi. That he needed to do that now. Lando Norris is next. I don't think the win is possible anymore.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
But there we go. He is past Lando Norris and will be flying through now.
Okay, well
Up to 2nd, you would imagine, pretty quickly. Already almost within a second. Won't have DRS this lap. Russell and Verstappen fighting it out. Lewis Hamilton, meanwhile, just chilling away at the front of the race. Making his one-stop work. And those guys have dropped below 50%, which means their tyres are not going to be at the standard required. Zhou Guanyu, by the way, back up in the 8th place now. It's quite ridiculous how much this field has been changing. So Verstappen having a little look at George Russell. Isn't going to manage it. Now, if Carlos Sainz was to get past very, very soon, he might still have a sniff at victory. So here we go again. That's Max Verstappen very, very close in on George Russell.
3 laps remaining.
Now then, he should be able to get past George Russell here. Yep, DRS enabled. Here he goes. And he should be able to get past Max Verstappen at the next DRS zone. So, this is going to be Carlos Sainz moving into 2nd position now.
With a great play there.
And he does go around the outside pretty easily. He's got DRS to pull away. So now we're going to see the true speed of Carlos Sainz. Is he going to be able to close in on Lewis Hamilton? There are just over 2 laps to go. He's 8.5 seconds behind. But he is going to be pulling in that time. lap after lap, corner after corner. Lewis Hamilton begins his penultimate lap of this Grand Prix.
2 laps remaining.
Understood.
Carlos Sainz, 7.8 seconds behind. He needs to make up 4 seconds a lap if he is to do it. Let's keep an eye on it. Corner to corner, he's making up 2 or 3 tenths. He needs to do that every corner, which he is doing at the moment. He's not quite doing enough. We'll give him a bit of ERS to give him a boost. 6.8. It's already made up 1.2 seconds, 1.4 seconds. Oh, there's yellow flag. Somebody's locked up. Don't know who it is.
Caution on the battery.
It was Kevin Magnussen. Nothing happened though. 6.1 seconds. I don't think it's gonna happen. Last lap of the race for Lewis Hamilton.
1 more lap.
He's 6 seconds ahead of Carlos Sainz. Still pushing. Is old Sainz here. But as I suspected, because of the amount of time he spent trapped, particularly behind Giovinazzi and Norris, he's just not quite going to have enough laps. But it has been an almighty push. He made up 1.8 seconds in that last lap. It was a very, very good amount of time. But I think it's going to be Lewis Hamilton. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, it's going to be Lewis that extends his championship lead. He comes up towards the final chicane. And it is Lewis Hamilton who comes round the final corner. And he is going to win the Canadian Grand Prix. Absolutely brilliant. Lewis Hamilton wins. And Carlos Sainz, despite how much he's pushed, finishes in second. Brilliant.
Let's have a look. It's a win for Lewis Hamilton.
I don't think there was a single second of that race where they didn't believe they'd win it.
George Russell finishes a brilliant third ahead of Max Verstappen in fourth. Norris finishes fifth. Giovinazzi sixth. Ocon seventh. Zhou Guanyu in eighth. Ricciardo ninth.
Looks like quite a big accident.
And Bottas finishes in 10th. Somebody has crashed out there. Not sure who. But, yeah, somebody crashed on the last lap. But it is what it is. And yeah, what a brilliant top 10. What a diverse top 10 as well. Neither Ferrari finishing in the top 10, neither Alpine finishing in the top 10 either. So wonderful to see both Alfa Romeos and both McLarens in there. That's big points for those guys. Very, very good to see.
This is a result truly worthy of a champion for Lewis Hamilton. This podium is a remarkable achievement for the whole team. The highly decorated record breaker from Stevenage once again taking to the podium. For these drivers, they'll be taking home their trophies and a decent haul of points for their team. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
This was an extremely convincing race for them. They're one impressive team, and they deserve to celebrate this properly.
After an intense weekend, the team ends in first place in the constructor standings.
For the next round, we're heading back to the heart of the UK. Get ready for a race to remember in Silverstone, the cradle of Formula One.
Okay then, let's have a little look at how that stacks up in the drivers' standings. 10 points is now the lead for Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen in third, 80 points behind Carlos Sainz. It has been a truly dominant season for our cars so far, which is brilliant to see. Ocon in fourth for Red Bull, and George Russell moves up to fifth in the Mercedes. Into the constructors then. Aston Martin leading the way, 382 points. Red Bull there in second, 182. Alpine third, 102. Then Mercedes, Ferrari. Alfa Romeo double points, and McLaren double points today. Where did Gasly finish, out of interest? Because, yeah, of course, Gasly was out of the race. But wasn't running well anyway. I mean, what a season he's having, in a bad way. 15th place in the drivers. Lewis Hamilton, no development points for him, none for Carlos Sainz either. Hopefully one for Piastri. No, doesn't look like it. 6.7 million in the bank. That is what we like to see. And, well, there we go. Our tour centre has been refurbished. So, next time out, we will have the British Grand Prix, and I can't wait for that next time. So, if you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.